train right now, it's understandable that some stories might slip by you. I mean, Major League Baseball canceled the start of its regular season last week because of a labor dispute, and it was probably like the 50th most important story on that day alone. But there is something I want to focus on today, something that has not gone away despite all the other news out there. COVID-19.
Because of the progress we've made, because of your resilience, and the tools that we have been provided by this Congress, tonight I can say we're moving forward safely back to a more normal routines.
Over the past week, the federal government officially signaled something you may have been feeling for a while, that according to them, we are entering a new phase of the pandemic. I want to spend 5 minutes with CNN senior medical correspondent Elizabeth Cohen to break this down because, Elizabeth, I feel like I've heard we're in a new phase of the pandemic like 20 times over the past 2 years. What exactly is different here about this moment?
I know, doesn't it feel that way, David? It feels like, let's see, if I go chronologically, in the summer of 2020, it felt like things were getting better. It felt like in sort of May of 2021, it felt like things were getting better. And just recently, sort of October, November, before Omicron hit.
Right.
But here's why this one feels different. This one, I think, feels different because some time has passed and the cases have been coming down, and we haven't had some horrific new variant come on the scene recently. So that, I think, is giving people hope, because that really is what could ruin this, is to have some horrible new variant come on down. But David, I want to say one thing. I know that we're all sick of COVID. I know that we want to think of it as being over.
So,
but
Master
we
ran the
still
internet
have
yesterday.
about 53,000 hospitalizations a day. If we take a look at deaths per day, now it's around 1,700. That's down from mid-January, and that's a good thing, but it's still 1,700 dead Americans a day.
The CDC says it's reviewing its guidance on masking, but many states and cities are not waiting to loosen their COVID restrictions.
So states and municipalities, they've been taking away their mask mandates for quite some time now.
Just into CNN, Delaware's governor says he will lift his state's universal indoor mask mandate starting Friday.
Also new this morning, New Jersey's governor announcing a similar move to lift the mask mandate in schools there.
But at the end of February, the CDC said, you know what, we're going to look at this on a county-by-county basis, and in a lot of places in the U.S., you do not need to wear a mask anymore.
Wow.
And so it was interesting to see the CDC, who's probably been sort of among the strictest of anybody, saying in a big chunk of the U.S., you do not need to be wearing a mask anymore.
We've always